Hi, sorry for being late, dude. That's the most native thing is the comedy show runs on native time, dude. I was over there getting me a dang corn dog and all of a sudden I heard him call my name. What's up, guys? Happy to be here. Hello, dude. There's a lot of natives here. This is crazy. So many greasy faces. What's up, dude? Yeah, I see it. Heck yeah. We got the kids up here. I left mine in my car. That's fun. Do you remember that? You remember being a kid and your mom would take you to the casino and she'd be like, 20 minutes. 5 hours later, you just got a cracked window. You're like, you're begging for Doritos from people. I used to come to the Downs as a kid, and it feels nostalgic to be down here because right over there in that parking lot was like the first Native American petting zoo, you know? My mom would be in there for 4 or 5 hours, and I would just come out and people would just be stuck. These kids are so spoiled, you know? You got an iPad kid? Not me, dude. I had to play tic-tac-toe at the window with myself. You know what I mean? But it's good to be here. What's up? There's a dude. Oh, man. Any white folks here? White folks make some noise? One person. Heck yes. Yeah. Welcome. Welcome. Get her. Just kidding. Welcome. Thank you for coming. Thanks. You braved the storm, dude. If you're here, and I appreciate you for supporting us. Let me shake your hand, because that's very brave of you. Give it up for this lovely young lady right here, y'all. Make some noise. Ooh, that's a good handshake. That's a beautiful, good. Ooh, that's a good handshake, y'all. It's also how we lost the land, but whatever. Just kidding. You didn't do it, so it's all good. This is so dope. I performed here last week, and as soon as he was like, Josh Fournier, the rain just and honestly, I blame the Yakima Sky dancers, because they dance way too hard, dude. They was down here getting it. The next door, the Hispanic village was having a big fiesta. They had to stop. I heard them, dude. I heard them over there and go, those damn Indians. Hello, dude, and welcome, man. I know you already know you got the ribbon dress, but I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Josh Fournier. I'm Native American, or as your people call us now, a commander. Used to call us something else, but we can't have fun anymore. Whatever. I had this one lady go with the her and said, "I love it." Here's the thing, because you're so ingrained in our culture. You got a beautiful ribbon dress. I appreciate that. I want to get to the point in comedy where I get jewelry. I have a turquoise ring normally. I just didn't wear it today, but I love wearing my turquoise ring. People are like, "Oh my God, that's a beautiful ring. Where did you get that?" I'm like, "This is real Native American jewelry." I know because I bought it from a white lady in Santa Fe. So. I traveled the country doing comedy, man. I did some stuff for Netflix. We filmed a bunch of things for Netflix. Then I got kicked off of Netflix, because you can't have an opinion. Anyway. They tomahawk chopped me off the set list, if you get it. Anyway, whatever. I love doing comedy, man, because I travel the country. And, here, we're all familiar, right? A lot of natives. What are the Pueblos at? Make some noise, Pueblos. There it is. Heck yes, dude. I saw y'all dancing yesterday, dude. Love your bangs. Hello. Any Apaches in the building? Apaches, make some noise. Oh, there they are, dude. Lock up your horses. They steal. Just kidding. Navajos, where y'all at? Make some noise. You hear that? Even our woos are like, woo. You know what I mean? That's crazy. Love being native, dude. I love explaining my culture. I had a hickey last week. That's crazy, dude. I have to be careful. I'm 34, dude. At my age, a hickey will turn into a blood clot real quick. So you gotta just be careful, Get some blood thinners. I love doing college. I love telling people about our culture. Our culture's so beautiful, man. Because I travel the country, and again, here, we're used to it. We're used to so many natives being around. But out there, the rest of the country, dude, they didn't even know we're alive. I'm sure some of y'all on the powwow trail have experienced this. Where you go to a new place and you're like, have you ever been approached by a non-native and they approach you like you're a velociraptor from Jurassic Park and they're Chris Pratt? They're like, and then you move, they start snapping at you. Instead of calling you blue, they call you red, man. But I get these questions, I'm sure you've all got some fun questions where people come up to me like, you're Native American, wow. I don't know if you know this, but I'm 1/1000th Cherokee. I'm like, what, are you running for Congress or something? You trying to go to school? I got you, what's up? Or you get the other question where people are like, you're Native American, wow, that is so cool. What do Native people look like? I'm like, dude, if you want to see what Native people really look like, you gotta go to Santa Fe, New Mexico and look at the white people, for real. Because only in Santa Fe they'll come up to you. There's a lady, she comes every time I do a show, she's like, look, moccasins. I've never worn moccasins a day of my life, yeah? But also in Santa Fe, you'll see them, you know what I mean? You've all gone to market, you know? They got the fringe. They look like a native Thanos, like every finger has a different stone on it, you know what I mean? But it's all turquoise. Trying to snap us away. Anyway. I love it, dude. I love playing games. I love playing games. I like to get to know the audience, because again, like, especially Navajos, dude, Navajos don't really like to laugh at jokes. You know? Because as a Navajo, dude, we get one laugh, and that's as a baby, and that after that one laugh, that's it, you know? Buffalo nickel for the rest of your life, dude. You ever tickle a Navajo? Like a stoic man, dude. Don't let me find out you're Navajo. I'll tickle you, dude. I'll get in there. Anyway. I love, let's play a game, y'all. Let's play a game. Let's see. Man, I want to find somebody nice. Sir, right here. Welcome to the village. I'm gonna pick on you. If you could guess what my favorite Disney movie is, what do you think it is? Go. Pirates of the Caribbean. That's a nice, I need a haircut. I think that's what that says, dude. He's like, that looks piratey. That's cool, that's a safe answer. I asked that question in Texas, in Amarillo, Texas. You know what they said in Amarillo? Pump the harness! Dude. Where's her? You know what I mean? I was like, no! And then somebody in the back was like, Brother Bear! Dude! I forgot Brother Bear was even a Disney movie, dude. No, those are all good guesses. It's a nice, safe guess. I appreciate you. No, my favorite Disney movie is actually Up. Have you guys seen Up? Oh, beautiful movie, right? Does it make you feel nice and warm watching white people get relocated for once? I love being from New Mexico though, because any of you guys not from New Mexico, who's traveling, who's visiting here? All right, yeah, dude, heck yeah, what's up, dude, welcome, dude. Join the gang while you're here, dude, you know what I mean? Don't come for the green chili, the state fair, the balloons, and maybe a game, Southside, whatever, don't do that. But I love being from New Mexico, man, because this is cool to be performing here. I've been coming to the state fair as a kid, man, and you know, as we all know, Gathering of Nations, this is the last year we're doing gatherings here, dude. Have you guys? I've never been to gathering ever in my life. I've never been inside, but this year I'm gonna go. I'm just gonna start stealing stuff. I'm gonna earn that Navajo name, right, Apaches, dude? I'm just gonna start stealing stuff, dude. Look at yourself. Where's my mirror? That's what I want this year. Take a look at yourself. Where's my mirror? Who has my mirror? It's just gonna be me, dude. But I love you for New Mexico because, as you all know, New Mexico's kind of dicey. There's a little bit of prejudice here. You know, we all know what it is, you know what I mean? Especially being in Albuquerque. Because I grew up here my whole life. In the 90s, there used to be a joke here in Albuquerque where somebody like me would say, hey, I'm going to the Gathering of the Nations. And somebody from Albuquerque would be like, what are you going to Zuni and San Mateo? Yeah, you hear that? You hear them laughing? You know why they're laughing? It's because that's where all the homeless Native people hung out. It's true, dude. That's where I found my dad. I'm not even joking, dude. I found my dad. I was walking out of Hollywood video, I'm like, Papa? You know? It's messed up, but it's true, you know? But here's the thing, dude. Did you guys notice that when it was just homeless Native people, everything was peaceful? Everything was balanced, hojo. Do you know why? It's because as Native people, we respect the land. We treated the land with respect. We only took from Walmart what we needed. Some corn, a little bit of bison meat, maybe a 12-pack of Budweiser, but that's it, dude. Wasn't until all these honky homeless came in, all the honky homeless with their blueies, they came in, they kicked all the native people out, as they do, whatever. And then what happened, y'all? They overhunted Walmart to extinction. It's not there anymore, dude. Go there, dude. You'll see me there tomorrow. I go every Sunday, 2 p.m. You'll just see me on the corner, tear, you know what I mean? I sent me through a piece of trash in the 70s. I'll just be standing there. Did y'all know that homeless native people are the only homeless people to use every part of the shopping cart? Nothing goes to waste. Alright, that's for you guys. Oh, if you don't like, I have to be clean, man. Alright, they told me I'm doing my best, alright? Can I get real with y'all for a little bit? Can I get honest? Can I open up with you guys? Can I let some feelings out? Can I get some hurt out of my heart with you guys today? Because this is a place of healing. You guys mind? Okay, cool. And this is a hard story to tell, but I think it'll be funny, hopefully. If not, whatever. I'm making no money at this show. This is for fun. I think that, you know, as natives, we have a great sense of humor. We laugh at ourselves, we laugh at each other, we pick at each other. And I think that makes us special, you know? And I think I honestly got my sense of humor from my grandma. My grandma, she was an old Navajo woman, you know, strong lady, but she had a great sense of humor. Because I didn't know, as a Navajo, that we don't have Indian names, you know? I didn't know you had to be born a black cloud, you can't become one, you know? So for the longest time, people would ask me, what's your Indian name? And my grandma used to call me this, and she, like, I swear to God, I told people my Indian name was, Chidi Yajin. And for those of you who aren't Navajo, that basically means little shit. Okay, that's what it means, dude. Little devil, whatever, dude. But I was so proud, dude. People were like, how come Chidi Yajin? How come? I'm like, what's up, I was telling everybody, dude. I was up until I was like 14, like, what's your Indian name? Chidi Yajin, what's up? My grandma had a great sense of, I remember one time I took my grandma to the flea market right here, and she was alive for the vaping thing. You know, anybody in here vape? Okay, all right, a couple of y'all vapors. Okay, it's more of a kid thing, but she saw that. I remember she was walking in her walker. We were looking through the aisles, and she saw this little Edgar kid. He took a big old pull of smoke. She stopped with her little wheelchair, and you know, old folks, they don't have a filter. She looked at him, she's like, he's gay. I was like, whoa, Nana, what are you doing? Nana, relax, dude, I'm so sorry. She's crazy, don't listen to her. Nana, what are you doing? Stop. You can't assume stuff like that. She's like, I didn't assume. I read it in the smoke signals. And then she just walked away. Dude, that's crazy. My grandma had a great sense of humor, man, but I'm gonna be real with y'all, man. This is a tough part. My grandma recently passed away. And that sucks, especially being Navajo, because we're a matriarchal society, which means women run stuff in our culture. So whatever the woman says, we have to do, you know? And as my grandma was at the head of that, so when she passed, it left like this huge void. And as you know, like, we respect all our elders. Like, I love you, you know? You're not even my family, but you're my family, you know? And we love all our elders. And so when my grandma passed, it left this huge void in our family. We got together as a family and we talked and we're like, you know what, let's do something special for Nana. Let's do something special. We cremated her. I know that's not traditional, but it's what she wanted, you know? She loved Kansas, Dust in the Wind. That was her goal, I don't know. We cremated her, and as a family, we're like, you know what, let's do something special for Nana. Let's do something special for her. Let's spread her ashes someplace that was sacred to her, you know? Where she was most at peace, where she was most happy. So we took her over to Sandia Casino. You guys ever walk around the casino floor with a pocket full of Nana, just blessing machines, dudes? Like some weird Johnny Appleseed? You guys ever been to the laundromat with a pocket full of quarters and it's just flip-flopping, dude? One last ride for Nana. Buffalo! That was her favorite machine. I give a little bit extra love to the buffalo, you know? She loved blackjack. I went over to the blackjack table like some weird Yanny and all, you know what I mean? Just on there, dude. She's like, oh. My Nana was big, so there was a lot of her. After a while, I was like, I hit every machine twice. There was still some of her, you know? So I just went to the ashtray. I'm like, this is good enough, dude. That's fine. That's what she would want. My grandma would have loved that joke because, again, she had a great sense of humor. Do you guys remember, are you guys all New Mexico people, do y'all remember like 3 years ago we had those fires? Remember those fires up north? They were the worst fires New Mexico's ever seen. The worst fires in New Mexico's history. It covered the entire state. The temperature rose, the Rio Grande dried up, it was crazy, right? I grew up here in Albuquerque my whole life. I have a lot of SA Cholo homies. If y'all don't know what Cholos are, if you don't know anything about Cholos, their socks are always high. It was so hot this summer, my homie's socks were low. That's how hot it was, dude. And I remember I was kicking on my homie in the South Alley, and he came up to me and he's like, "Hey fool." He's like, "Hey fool, freaking hot, eh?" So I know, Los, it is hot. He's like, "Well, Junior, people do something about it." I was like, "Excuse me?" He didn't even say nothing. He just went. I was like, "You want us to dance?" And he's like, "That's what y'all do, right?" And I got mad, not because it's offensive, but because I was like, "You don't think I've been trying, Carlos?" I was like, my grandma's on the res all summer, dude. I remember I was in her front yard. I was trying to make it rain, dude. My grandma came out of her house on her porch with a little walker. She saw me, they're doing circles, and she's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm trying to save Albuquerque, Grandma. Why is this not working?" You know what she said to me for real? She looked at me and she's like, "It's because you have sex with white women, that's why." She was right. I miss it. There's no bigger honor for a Native American than to get a white buffalo, you know what I mean? Anyway, I've seen some of y'all. I've been to your pueblos, dude. You ever see one of the guys at the pueblo during the feast with a white lady? Dude, he's so proud, dude. He'll walk right up to the kiva and be like, "Look, do what's real, dude. Look at my girlfriend." Don't point though like this. I know it. I'll leave y'all with this, man. Thank you so much for letting me come around. I got one more for y'all, man. This is so much fun. Thank you guys so much. I hope you guys are enjoying the fair. Thank you so much, dude. We got a great closer coming up right after this, dude. And if you want to come see a more adult joke, I'll be doing jokes at the Speakeasy at 9 o'clock. So come over if you want to hear me get crazy. I'll tell you why they call me the Navajo vet kid. Can't tell it here, but I'll tell it over there. Anyway, listen. I love people who ask about our culture. I remember I was talking with this one chick in Wyoming, and we were flirting, whatever. You ever flirt with a racist? They flirt differently. She came up to me, she's like, "You remind me of the Indian in the cupboard." That's crazy. That's crazy because that movie's not even on streaming. That's VHS only, dude. I didn't know what to say, so I was like, "If I'm inside you, I come to left too." You know? And she's like, "Show me your totem pole, chief." I was like, "Yeah." I don't got a totem pole when you've got players card to a casino. I'm getting mine. The buffet never closes, baby. And then she hit me with this. I never expected this. She's like, "Sing me a song of your people." Dude, we've heard a lot of beautiful songs this evening, right? I don't know any of them. But in a pinch, you gotta make it happen. I didn't know what to sing. I didn't know any Mojo songs. I didn't know Peyote songs. I didn't know Sky City songs. Nothing, dude. So I just started singing Outkast. I was just like, "Hey, hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. Don't wanna meet your mom." She's like, "That's a beautiful song." I'm like, "I know, dude. It's my uncle, Blackfoot 3000. He doesn't sing anymore, he just travels and plays the Navajo flute." Anyway, my name is Josh Fournier. Thank you guys so much. You guys have been amazing. Give it up for yourselves. Give it up for everyone, all the performers you've seen this evening. Give it up for your amazing MC. Follow me on Instagram, Savage1. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much. Josh Fournier, make some noise, show some love.